Happy Pride, everybody! What's up? David Bromstad here, and I'm going to be doing a DIY on this fabulous Pride Day. Oh my gosh, it's so great to be here. I'm so honored to be a part of this fabulous, wonderful organization. It gets better because it does get better. Listen, we all had our trials and tribulations, and some of you are going through that, and I get it. But today we're celebrating with paint. We're going to do a painting. I'm going to show you a little bit around my apartment. I have definitely decorated for Pride, but in a unique, different kind of a way. So I'm ready to get started. So behind me, I just want to give you a little thing over here. I collect this mid-century glass, and of course I love all colors of the rainbow. So of course this is so apropos, very appropriate for what's happening right now. I know art can be it can be intimidating, especially if you're not an artist, but I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how to create a painting that honestly is so super Doppler easy. It's basically just throwing paint on there, letting it drip, and letting the paint do its tricks. And so I'm just gonna get started. You guys wanna see this? All right, so I'm just using regular old house paint. I got about 10 colors here. They're all very subtle, kind of pastel colors of the rainbow. We got a few shades of pink, we got a few shades of orange, and green, and blue, and purple, etc. So what I'm going to do, so I paint on a white plate. It's easy to wash off. It's super fun. It's fabulous. I'm going to start with a little white paint. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want all of the paint and the colors to drip together. This is a chip brush. It literally is $1. So easy. Wet that down a little bit. Wet my paint. All right. Load it up. Get my canvas nice and juicy, because this is all about the drips. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Promise things will happen. This is just a first layer. Just to get a little bit of white on there, because we're going to be making a mess. All right. You want to just scrub it on there. There's no right or way wrong. The juicier, the better, because, like I said, we are going to be making this paint drip, and we need a lot of water. This is just a regular sprayer with water in it. Super simple, very easy. Ah! Flying paintbrushes all over the place. All right. All right, now for the fun part. We are just going to we're going to start with nice little red color. I'm just going to take it literally right out of the can. This is not fancy. You can take it with any sort of paintbrush. I'm doing a smaller paintbrush because we got a lot of colors. Wet the canvas. Let me move my chair so I don't get paint all over it. All right, wet it down good. Yes. See that? And then just spray. Spray. Look at that. And we're going to continue with the colors. We're just going to continue. We're going to go back in and around. But see, the white is kind of working with the red. Super fun. So, yes. Hope everyone's having a great Pride. I'm so excited to be dressing into something cute, something happy. I wish I could wear a little bit more fancy clothes, but I want to get all pink. But if I could be wearing feathers right now, and on a float, I would be. I absolutely would be. So we're just taking this paint and dripping it down. Very nice. Very easy. It's so, look at that. Easy. Beautiful. And the colors are running into each other, and that is what we want. All right. All right. And we're just going to go down the color of all the rainbow. And I got really subtle colors because I didn't want the vibrant colors like we have in the glass here, which are beautiful and they're typical Pride colors. I wanted this to be something where you could utilize this more all year round. And pastel colors are so in right now, and I'm obsessed. And as soon as you see my bedroom, which I'm going to take you in a little later after we've done this painting, I did a few other art projects that you can do at home. Requires very little skill. All of the art projects I do require very little skill, so anyone can do them. See what's happening here? It's so nice and colorful. Simple. Just wiping my brush off in between. I'm not rinsing it out. It's not that serious. Just going for my next color, which is kind of like peachy color. And I'm really loading the brush up so the Paint will drip. Spray some more. Yes, please. So cute. So I wish this organization was around, or at least I was out when I was a kid. Because I wish someone would have told me it got better, because my high school days were really hard. You know, a lot of people look like, oh, you're on TV, you're fabulous, you're so confident. I am, but it took many years to get that way. I was severely bullied in school. It wasn't abused physically, came close, but definitely verbally. It was really hard. You know, I fell into a deep depression for, God, probably most of my 20s. I went to art school and figured out who I was, trying to figure out who I was, but it was hard, you know? Yeah, it was not easy. But, you know, just by persevering and trying to dig who I was and just figure out, you know, your 20s, your teens and 20s, you're just figuring it out. You know, back when I was a wee lad, you know, no one came out very early. You know, now the opportunity for people to come out early and the acceptance and organization like it gets better is pretty amazing. Yeah, it's incredible. It gives me happiness knowing that kids can come out in a safe environment. See the greens coming on are really nice. See how easy this is? And we're just gonna work our way down. And then we're gonna go back in, maybe let this dry a little bit and go over some more intense color, but letting it drip and drop, and maybe even going over with a little bit of white. Super easy. See how fast this is going? All right. Moving our blues. So, yeah, you know, high school really sucked for me. I hated it, you know? Didn't have a lot of friends. Had a few here and there, but it definitely was tough. But I got through it. You know what? Got through it and came out the other side, and I knew something. It's just life had to get better. I've always been a very positive and happy person, and that got me through it, you know? And I had a great family. Not a family that was super like, yay, you're gay. I grew up in a very Christian environment, which was wonderful. Love me some Jesus, but it definitely was not easy for any of the family to accept. But they love me now. They love me, they accept me, and I accept myself. And that is the most important thing. Accepting yourself. Probably one of the hardest things to do. If you're having trouble, you have to just reach out. You know, don't hibernate. Get out there, do your thing. But also, it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to feel weak, because we've all been there, and we'll be there again. You know, there's life ebbs and flows. You know, just try to learn from it. And that gorgeous color, I can't even take it. Just learn from it. You know, you gotta move and groove, but also be really honest with yourself. And it's okay to hurt. It's okay to be real. It's okay to feel feelings. We've all been there. Yes, please. Look at that. The gayness is all around. You know, this is my first year decorating for Pride. I would always dress up for Pride. Obviously, you know, last year I went to Amsterdam Pride. It was epic. But this is my first year doing it on the inside. I think because I can't be out to any of the parties or anything like that, or any of the parades, and really celebrating with our brothers and sisters. I was like, I gotta bring in some love, some light, some colorful fabulousness, and hello, the rainbow. Sorry. The rainbow gives me life. I've always been a fan. I have rainbow tattoos. I just got a unicorn tattoo. It's so cute. Look, he's dabbing. I have a dabbing unicorn. I have family right here that's all in the rainbow colors. And I love it. I love being gay. I love being part of the LGBTQ plus community. It is the most loving, accepting, fabulous community. So if you need anyone, you just make sure you reach out. We're all there. We're all there for you. Absolutely. Oh, yes. This is making me very happy. Color makes me very happy. Now, if you wanted to try this with more vibrant colors, you absolutely could. It would still be absolutely delicious. If you want to do the true reds, the true oranges, and yellows, they would still all blend together, and you would still get this really soft look here because obviously it's going to be watered down. Right, we're going to go back into the pink. Pink is my favorite color. When I was doing Color Splash, people always asked me what my favorite color was. And I said I could not decide because all colors have a place. Well, my favorite color now is pink. It makes me happy. It's made me happy for over the years. It's just such a positive, wonderful color. All right, so that's a good base. It's a really nice start. But now we're going to go back in and we're going to start layering a little bit more of a heavy color, which is lots of fun. And you can't overwork this. I mean, I guess you can. You can overwork anything. Listen, better to be overworked than underpaid. Here we go. All right. So I'm just going back into the red, this darker color. And I want some of this life kind of happening down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this in. Just do a little blob. A little blob. To the side of the brush. No skill whatsoever. And just, yes. You bring it up and connect it. And hit it with some water and let the magic happen. Then we come over here. We need to like bookend it with a little bit more color. Art can be intimidating, but this, as you can see, is very easy. And it's a lot of fun. You just have to make sure that you lay some tarps down because it is messy, it's drippy, it will get all over the place. So I've got a question. What queer people did I look to when I was young? And I'm going to be honest about this. When I was young, I didn't accept myself. I didn't accept myself as a queer person because I didn't know I was a queer person. I knew I was, but I didn't know who I was. So in high school, I knew it was something very different. I knew I liked boys, but just didn't register with me. I was in such denial because I said I was in a very, very spiritual household, and it was very strict as far as like, you know what they say. So it was hard. I didn't accept myself. And then finally, I accepted myself, and it was really great. But honestly, I think the guys that really influenced me when I first started accepting myself was Queer Eye, the old version. Those guys were fantastic and fabulous and so fun and themselves. And I saw them on TV, and they were just who they were, and that was inspiring to me. And although TV was never really part of my grand scheme, I happened to be on it and been on it now for many years. And I hope that I can be that person that's who they are. And I am who I am. I'm gay. I'm fabulous. I love fashion. I love pushing people's boundaries with craziness. And I like just being myself. It took a long time to get here, but you know what? Living for it. Absolutely living for it. All right. So you see we brought a little color down in there. We're just going to swoop and do that all over the place. Yes. Right. A little peach over here. Down. You can come down here. Like I said, house paint. If you want to be fancy and use, you know, painter's paint, go for it. You do it, but you don't have to. These ones, these little cheapy ones, they're like $1.25 from any craft store. They're fantastic. They're more pigmented. You can use those as well. All right, switch brushes. Just switching brushes because the other one was getting a little dirty. So I want these colors to be clean. So we're gonna go with this pink. Need a little love down here. I've done these paintings so many times, hundreds of times, and they're fun, and they always look crazy right from the beginning. You know what? If you want a little color, you don't have to think so much, and you're not an artist, this is the best way to do it. Just be thoughtful, and honestly, every painting I do always looks worse before it gets better. Every time. I've been painting for 30 years, and every time I look at a painting, I'm like, oh, this is going to be my first failure. Still have doubts sometimes, but you know what? It keeps me moving, keeps me on my toes. Now, if you wanted, when you just had this, you could let it dry flat, and then you could go in and go on the other side so you have kind of a bookends. We don't have time for that, but that's always a great option. Cute. All right, yellow. So, when I first worked for Disney, and it sounds super fancy, I was in an art kind of a department. And again, it sounds very fancy, but I was their lackey. I was just sanding sculptures. But there was this amazing woman there, and her name was Jonai, and she was a transsexual. And I was just amazed at just who she was. I was like, you are living your fabulous life, and she was fabulous. So beyond talented, and a Disney fanatic like me. And she was not only a mentor to me as an artist, but a human being. Yeah, she was pretty incredible. I absolutely adore her. I wonder where she's at these days. One thing I am the worst at is staying in touch with people. I am terrible. You can just spray your brush or load it up there and just let it dry. Oh, yes, please. All right. It's looking good. And pretty soon I'm going to go in with a little bit of white and do some more drips. And that's going to just bring out even more color. Even though it is just white, it's still going to create some more movement. Yes. Like this right here is giving me such life. All of this, all these drips. Drips and drops. Cuteness. I don't know if you guys watch Star Trek or not, but I'm a huge fan of Wilson Cruz. Not only is he an amazing human being, he's beautiful from the inside and out. I love his voice. I love who he is. He's great representation on TV right now. I try to be great representation. I try to be who I am. I can't help it. I'm no actor. So I just am living who I am. And I think being your authentic self is the best way to be. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be comfortable. My first pride. When was my first pride? First pride. Okay. Oh, my first pride was New York Pride. I just won Design Star the year before, which was a reality show competition how I got on TV for interior designer, which I'm not. I'm an artist. And the prize was to get your own show on the network, and I got my own show, blah, blah, blah. And my first pride was when HGTV asked me to ride in one of the HGTV car. And I was like so excited. I've never been to a pride. I lived here in Orlando, and we didn't have a pride here for many years when I grew up in my 20s here. And then I moved down to Miami, and they didn't have a pride until about 8 years ago. So my first pride was in New York. I was in it. I had the long, most amazing parade. I had the best time. Sat on that car wave to all the cutie pies all over the place. It was a lot of fun. So I think Pride in New York City is a really great way to start your first Pride. Yeah, that was a blast. Okay. My favorite queer summer fabulousness is P-Town. Happens over the 4th of July. That's my jam. Go there every year. When I say every year, I mean the last 2 years. And I want to make it a thing. That is my favorite, probably one of my favorite places on this very planet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with the pink, with this purple, and kind of just marry the two and make them blend in just a little bit more. Nice. Yes, if you have never experienced P-Town, please make it your to-do list because it is the gayest, most Americana town on the planet. Oh my gosh, it is the most fun. I've never felt more free in a town than I do there. Yeah, it is gay heaven. It is pretty fabulous. My most embarrassing tattoo. So I have tons of tattoos, and I'm not embarrassed by any of my tattoos. And here's the reason why. First, I'll say, would I get 90% of the tattoos now? No. But what these tattoos, like this is my first tattoo, second tattoo. This one represents of my 20s. And so when I look at this, it reminds me of where I was in my 20s, what my mental conditioning was, where I was emotionally, like physically, like it all just, like every like basically my body is a diary. It's kind of like a journal of mine. So right now I'm getting tattoos of images that have meant something to me in the past, and it's all happy stuff. Like I just got a scratch and sniff sticker in my stomach for crying out loud. It's like Poppin' Good, the one that smelled like popcorn. It's adorable, and I love it because I used to collect scratch and sniff stickers when I was a kid, and they were hilarious, but I am getting things that make me happy. Not anybody else, me, because this is my body. This is a way to express myself. A lot of people don't like them. So many of my fans don't, but I don't care. This is me. You like it, you like it. Like what's on the inside. The outside is just my pure way to express myself, and I'm getting a lot more. Heck yeah. Maybe some on my face. Yes, please. It's tastefully done, of course. All right, so where are we at here? All right, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of white. So I'm just going to take my trusty plate. And a glass plate, a white glass plate is great to paint on because literally the paint just scrapes off very easily, or you can just soak it in water for about 2 hours and it literally just melts off. The reason why I like white is because you can see the color in its most purest form on white. But if you had a brown plate or red plate, that color would mix in with the other colors and you might not really get the true color that you're looking for. So white is always the best. All right. A bit of white. It's kind of like putting highlights in. You know, kind of like highlights in the hair. It's still not a thing. I used to put highlights in my hair. It was such a dork. Literally, my sister was a cosmetologist, so she gave me the chemicals and stuff to do it. So I would take, it was so poor when I was in my 20s. I would take my hair and put it in little rubber bands, and I would just frost the tips. Oh my gosh, the 90s. Telling you. I think I did that in the 2000s too. Oh my gosh. I look cute as a blonde, you know? All right, so I'm just taking the white, and this is just, you put white next to any color. Now you can't see it, but it's making that color even more vibrant. And it's just giving a little bit more movement in the painting. So my advice for anyone who wants to pursue the art field, one, make sure that you're pretty good at it. There's hefty competition. And if you love it and you're good at it, you're passionate about it and you're motivated, you'll be successful. My advice is, if you're in high school, take as many art classes as you can. My high school was fantastic. You know, I hated high school. I loved the curriculum. We did not have to take science after 10th grade, after 9th grade. So I ditched science, and took up more art classes. I did everything. I did pottery, I did animation, I did computers, I did whatever I possibly could. And just got some AP credits and just learned and see if this was going to be my path, and it definitely was. So educate yourself, take as many classes, do art classes during the summer, just draw, sketch, keep a sketchbook by your side at all times. You never know. You know, because if you want to be good at something, you got to practice. Even the best, most natural artists still have to practice. And then if you decide that's what you want to do, then go to art school or go to a college that has a great art program. I went to Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota, Florida. Amazing art school. Very blessed that I was able to do that. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And yeah, here's my other advice. You're gonna go be an artist, then you make sure that you do nothing else. So for instance, say you just graduated art school, right? And you're struggling to find a job that pays money, which is a huge thing in the art world, obviously. Any sort of creative world, it's highly competitive. Do not go in and do real estate. Nothing wrong with real estate. I'm doing it right now. Do not go into any other field besides art. Starve if you have to. Don't starve, but struggle if you have to. Always be that artist because you got to put in your dues. Just like every single job out there, you have to put in your dues. You have to. I put in my dues for about 10 years, and something happened. I got onto TV, and I ended up getting my own show, and now it's been 14 years later, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I never strayed from the path, the artistic path. It's brought me to where I am today, and it's brought me to you guys. And I love that. Yeah, I'm very lucky. And I went against what my dad wanted me to do. My dad wanted me not to be an artist. Then I showed him, you know, he wanted me to be in computers, and I said, there's no future in computers, Dad. And then I showed him my art, and he's like, wow, you're pretty good. I'm like, thanks, Dad. So he's like, go, be an artist. But he wanted me to be a teacher, and I was like, Dad, that's an amazing profession. I go, I just have different ambitions right now. Maybe when I'm a little older, I'll be a teacher, because he just wanted insurance for me. I just knew that I had to do it. It was such a gut instinct of me to do art, and every single little thing that I did in my path, my career, my artistic path, literally, if I could look back on it, it was like a perfect puzzle. Everything happened for a reason. I can't say it was effortless, but if something is too hard and you're fighting against the grain and it just isn't meant for you, a lot of people, you know, as an artist or a creative person of any sorts in the arts, there's rejection. You can't look at it as rejection, but you have to look at it, thank goodness I just had that opportunity, because that's one opportunity that will lead to another one that could possibly be my break. And having that positive outlook, those positive thoughts, kept me through, kept me going. And I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know what. I definitely didn't think it was going to be TV. That was not on my list. You know what? I wouldn't change it. I love it so much. Can't see myself doing anything else. Well, I definitely can see myself doing other things, but TV is just awesome. All right. Favorite piece of art I've ever done. So, favorite piece. Well, on Color Splash in San Francisco, I did a picture of a bulldog, and her name was Petunia, and that was an amazing piece. But I like all my art for different reasons. Like I have a piece of art back here. It's a unicorn, of course. And it's in a totally different style, very, very, very tight style, very strict with pattern and color, and not like this where it's very free. Ooh, she's looking gay, isn't she? So maybe I did a skull, a gold skull, I had an Art Basel showing years ago, And I did that for our basil, and that was a blast. That was so much fun. And it looked like a gold skull, and it was just great. Gosh, did a huge banana. That was I love all my paintings. Like I think paintings are fun. You know, I always find something new and different to do. This is like a go-to, especially if I'm doing a presentation. It's easy, fast, and you can continue to work this for a long time. But isn't it fun? Right. Biggest failure. I think the biggest failure I've ever had was just not believing in myself. You know, second guessing what you know is correct. You know, you have that gut instinct and you kind of move against the grain. You know, when you do that, everything becomes so much more difficult. And, you know, as an artist, yeah, I'm talking a big game. It sounds like I had everything together and my focus was great. But listen, there were some times where I was like, man, how am I going to eat next week? Where am I going to get food? I was with my partner at the time, who is now my bestie in the whole entire world. And we had a house together and we were going to file bankruptcy. Literally, like it was right after 9/11, and was working with Disney as an outside contractor and doing pretty good, super good enough to buy, you know, a nice little cute house. And I was like, what the heck is going to go on? We literally, we strapped, we borrowed the money we could from other people. And it was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? You know, so we just kind of settled into the fact that bankruptcy was happening. And it was in the gym, and it was like 2 days before we were going to file. And oh my gosh, an interior design friend I haven't seen in years comes up to me and he's like, hey, good to see you. You're an artist, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he was an interior designer. He's like, hey, why don't you bring your portfolio over here to my office this next week? And I have some hotels that need some paintings. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And he was like, he looked at my portfolio and it was stuff from Universal and Disney and all of this very, like I was doing their windows. So it was all very happy and very kid-like. And so he goes, you know, I do model homes around the Southeast. And I don't know how to do the kids' bedrooms. He goes, I do the interior design for all the rest of the house, and the kids' rooms are always where I struggle. He goes, do you want to come in and take that over for me? I was like, yes, please. And he goes, here, it's $2,000. That, whatever you have left over, is the money that you have left over. I was like, oh, that I had to buy wood and supplies, and I ended up building beds and doing these amazing murals, and I was like, this is my moment. And I didn't know what that moment was, but that moment led into me doing all of these rooms over the top, like really detailed, crazy furniture I was constructing. I was learning how to build things I'd never learned before. And those kids' rooms got me onto the reality show Design Star. Boom, life has changed because of that moment. Just never know where they're going to come. And if you're an artist, you never say no. Here's another example. So I was working for Disney as an outside contractor. This was like in the very beginning days. And they're like, hey, your contract has been canceled. And I was making like $15 an hour. I didn't have insurance or anything like that. They were just paying me the $15, but I had to be there on time as an employee, blah, blah, blah. They're like, you're too expensive. Goodbye. Poof. Contract's over. But one of the managers of the resorts, she goes like this, can you work with wood? I go, what do you mean? She goes, can you construct things with wood? I go, yes, I can. She goes, give me a quote on these little signs I want to have made. I go, okay. I get on the phone with my dad. I'm like, Dad, I have to work with wood. What do I do? He goes, son, buy yourself a jigsaw, some wood glue, and some screws, and you'll be fine. And you know what? I did. I figured it out. I constructed these adorable little signs with animals and the painting that they needed. And that brought me to a different level as well. I never said no. You never say no as a creative person. You always learn it because you had to. Didn't learn in art school. Did not learn any of that. But I had the drive to succeed and to eat. To eat. Very important. All right, let's step back. All right, so I'm gonna bring some more color. Oh. All right, so we have, all right, so you know what? I'm gonna take you into my bedroom because this is pretty much done. I could continue working with it, but it's pretty cute. Let's take a little closer look. I'm gonna disconnect. Oops, I disconnected the wrong thing. Hold on one second. Sorry. There we go. That's better. Okay. Give me 1 second. Entangled with lights and craziness. Okay, here we go. All right, so here is a little closer look at the painting. I can't see what I'm doing. Here, I'll do this. So you can see it, super fun. See the white in there, just kind of gives you a little bit of life. Let me show you my collection over here. So I'm so proud. It's the gayest thing ever, but so gorgeous. From pinks to purples to blues. So fun, right? I love this. This is what I've been doing. I've been collecting. All right, so I'm going to take you into my bedroom because I'm going to show you how I decorate for Pride. And these are some things you can do yourself, and I apologize for the lighting, but it's terrible. But, okay. I love my room. It's so happy and so cute. All right, here we go. How gay is that? How fabulous. All right, so let's start with the pillows. I just grabbed some pillows, grabbed different colors, very subtle shades of the rainbow. This is some more of my glass. More pale. All right, so this mirror I did yesterday for you guys. See, I did the rainbow stripe. Super easy, super fun. Took this very traditional mirror and made it something really cute. This is just from Home Depot, that light. And the red thing is from Bed Bath & Beyond. And that, just lean it up against it. Just literally, there's just hanging. So easy, right? Super cute. So this is fun. It took a little time. Measure, 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 tape, tape, tape. Super great. And then this is something I did this morning for you guys. And this is just 1x. Literally 1x plywood. Not plywood, but 1x wood. Super fun. And I just literally painted different colors of pink and orange. And it's just all about the subtlety. And it's so easy and so cute. And then I lined it up for the art. Isn't that great? I just love it. Get a little closer look on this side. Some of that fun glass. Obsessed with these light bulbs. But look how fun. Oh, where am I at? So I think I'm going to do something on top. Maybe I'll do like gold leaf or paint it white. Just something different, but a little closer look at the purple. So easy, just tape it off. Mix a color. Like the colors that I used were the colors that were out that I was using for this painting. So easy, and I'll break it down a little bit more for you guys. All right, let's get back into place. Oh, the lighting's so much better in here. Oh, I look younger. Goodness. All right, so this is 1x12. It came primed on both sides. I had it cut. So if you get a 1x12 or 1x10 or 1x8, just realize that it really is not 12, but it's 11 1/4. If it's not 10, it's 9 1/4. So what I did is I just cut them into squares. They cut them into squares at Home Depot. Super easy. I took these colors of paint, just super simple, and I just painted one flat color. I took white for this color, blended it in, and then I took a darker color that I bought. Super simple. And you saw the effect. Super easy. Anyone can do it. Even over this. It's just more meticulous. This is more free-flowing. What people think painting is, but you can still do something very graphic and very happy. It's a little 90s, a little 80s happiness. So what I could do is I could take stronger colors like this and go in and really kind of like make this more vibrant. But I tend to like the subtlety, as you can see in my room. It's a little bit more subtle because that's not just staying up for Pride. That's staying up till I do Halloween. Then it'll all come down. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, hold on 1 second. Hold on. So when you're picking paint out, you want to make sure, so you'll notice if you go into a home improvement store, you'll notice there's 4 sections of color. And you won't really notice it unless you look now. You'll have a really bright section, you'll have your next more subtle section, and it goes down and down. And so these colors that I have right here are from the bottom 2 tiers. So those bright colors, these colors, the colors in my room, those are the more subtle colors. Those are the ones that are nice. Those really bright ones are meant for accents, like, I don't know, crazy accents. I rarely use those because they're crazy. They're there to have options, but stay away from those if you're going to paint your walls or going to do some art that you want more subtle. But these colors are really nice. But look how fun these are. You could even take these, cut the little thing off, and then you could collage them on one of these squares. Hello. Little decoupage, little collage moment. Super easy. These are free. Just go in, just keep grabbing. Keep grabbing. And the more subtle colors that you have all right next to each other, it's so beautiful. Because if you look at a tree, you're not seeing just one shade of green. You're seeing thousands of shades of green. And that is what I did with those. I just put 3 different shades, but it makes your eye kind of feel like it's seeing more than what it is. Let's see. I have to leave you guys pretty soon. I'm sad about that. I just want to wish you guys the most happiest Pride ever. And I'm out of breath. It's like I've never worked out in my life, running from room to room. What is the matter with me? I just want to let you guys know that you're loved, and I love you. And if you're struggling, reach out. You can reach out to me over through Instagram. Just say hi. I'll say hi back. I adore you. I think you're fabulous. And if you're watching this, you're even more fabulous. But I'm here for you. We're all here for you. It gets better is here for you, because it does get better. It gets so much better the longer you are trying to heal and grow from your life. It does. It gets better. I promise you. If you have a goal, go for it. You guys are amazing. Yeah, this has been so much fun. I hope that I can all give you hugs here pretty soon. I'm ready for this whole thing to be over so we can celebrate Pride how we celebrate Pride. And that is being over the top and fabulous and dressing in wonderful costumes and just being our best selves, our best gay, fabulous selves. Because you know what? We are fabulous. We are amazing. We are unique. We are crazy and delicious. We are absolutely wonderful. And I hope you know that, realize that you are delicious no matter who you are, what color you are, what gender you identify with. You are freaking amazing. And I'm so proud of you guys. Love my community. Love you, love you, love you. Go paint. Do something fun. I know we're stuck inside for most of the time. Grab some paints. You can order them online. And it'll get to you in a few days. And yes. Yes, yes, yes. Be brave, be fun, be delicious. You know, just be yourself. Be your authentic you, because you are incredible. All right, I'm giving lots of compliments. All right, guys. I love you guys. I think you're absolutely incredible. As I said before, happy Pride 2020. Hopefully Pride 2021 will be outdoors and wonderful, but let's celebrate now. Let's be in this now moment. I love you guys. Kiss, kiss. Bye, guys. Happy painting!